Welcome, lords and ladies of fate. In this stream, we play various tabletop role-playing games as you, the audience, earn fate chips that can be used to reward or punish your favorite players or their characters. You can earn fate chips by just watching, following, hosting, subscribing, or just contributing to the game. Then you can use those fate chips to heal characters, adjust their next skill checks, force them to say silly lines, or just wreak havoc on the game itself. Tonight, we are playing Star Trek Adventures. These are the voyages of the Starship Norway. It's 8-day mission to save the world, or a world, or maybe just not destroy one. Our crew consists of Armand playing Captain Roland Sykes.
Captain on the deck.
We have got Good Devil playing Lieutenant Commander Sivek. We've got Amanda playing Lieutenant Commander Arya Burks. We've got Rockosaurus Rex playing Lieutenant Commander Bajor Burkison.
Good evening.
And we have myself playing Commander Bal Chisorthus. And to mediate the will of the fates for this voyage is Wayne, our very own Q, and I do believe he has a word from our sponsors.
Well, first, before we get to dreaded capitalism, since no one is subscribing, we're going to have capitalism. But before we do, stretch your tiny minds back as far as 7 days ago. Last time on Star Trek Fates, who owes a debt to Sivek, to Hoth, and Sykes? Are they the Tal Shears, the Secret Snout, the Obsidian Hoarders, or the Klingon Diplomatic Corps?
I'm really curious as to what the Klingon Diplomatic Corps actually is.
It sounds like an oxymoron.
You're right.
I believe I have just found our next adventure.
I thought that was UFC for Klingons.
Yes. This is going to be, yes, the Klingon Diplomatic Corps, your friends.
Is it too late for me to add Klingon diplomacy as one of my foci?
You can toss one. But first, do I have to do this ad?
Of course.
Okay. Are you sure? Here we
That's
go.
how we keep the lights on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes. But in the continuum, it's always just sort of a white void, you see, and everyone gets to be the scarecrow. So, confidence, sex appeal, warmth. Great hair makes for great officers. So don't just be content carrying reports to your superiors and have nothing ever happen to you. Come to Mott's and let them show you how the tapestry of your life can change with a good head of hair. Offer may require parthenogenic cardiac implant. Offer void in the Delta Quadrant. And there, we are done with it. I didn't bring my Listerine this time.
Oh, that's so good.
Do we potentially have, has someone's tiny primate brain sussed out what happened last week?
Does not appear.
What?
Could you repeat the question?
What?
I wasn't paying attention.
I was not paying attention. I've got to hop up because the next one has the answers on it. Who owes a debt to Sivek, Chahots, and Sykes? Is it the Tal Shears, the Secret Snout, the Obsidian Hoarders, or the Klingon Diplomatic Corps?
Or E, all of the above.
All of them. Well, at least according to last week, because I have a feeling the Obsidian Hoarders are doing it.
First one who says it will get the fate chips for it. You can even go down the list and say them all.
Yeah, there's no rules to this. Just start guessing.
There's some crickets. This isn't the
The old
this
college
isn't the
try.
Space ACT. This isn't the better Starfleet entrance exam.
Yeah, we won't kick you out.
Kobayashi Maru. There is no right answer.
There is no right answer. There's no winning answer. So I take it no one has been able to stretch their tiny mind?
No.
No,
Shame.
not even a guess. From the crew, do you remember what happened to you before the Norway shakedown cruise? Who wants to say? Who has a debt owed to them? Or who owes you this debt?
It's the snout.
Tell Shear?
Yes.
Oh.
No,
Secret
the
snout.
towel shears were at Galactic Cuts. Another store in the mall, in the Great Mall on the Starbase. Yes, the Secret Snout. The Tellarite Secret Service. Yes. So, if you'll recall, last time on Star Trek The Fates, A Discordance of Silence Part 2, Sequence 3, we left Officer Bahal carrying like a rather large armload of equipment with pipes and tubes falling out as he trudged through the forest toward a glade which seemed to be a source of a signal or of mineral deposits. And he found a 23rd century shuttle pod. And I believe he has a personal log entry to share this experience with us.
I do. Personal log. Commander Balchusorthus. We've landed expertly, in my opinion, on Archeon 219-3, the third. The away team has fallen into some kind of mental rapport with the native species and are unresponsive. I tried to tell them not to boop the snoot, but these people don't listen. They always have to boop the snoot. At any rate, the Salisbury needs extensive repairs, and I've headed out on the mining equipment to collect up some minerals for those repairs. On my adventure here, I've encountered what appears to be a 23rd century worker bee. Hopefully this is something maybe I can use to our advantage, but it also seems to be the source of some of these signals that we're receiving. Hopefully the boop snooters will have figured their side out by the time I get back. Otherwise, I'm not really sure what I'll do. I might have to leave them behind.
All right. So you are in a glade, a reasonably safe distance away from your from this what appears to be a 23rd century shuttle pod, and you do recall that the shuttle pod was listed as missing or cannibalized for parts in the captain's log in the fragmentary logs about the previous expedition to this planet.
All right.
So how would you choose to proceed, sir?
Well, so I guess I have a question, and that is in regards to the signals and stuff. Is this... will stopping the signals disrupt things in this area at this point? Do I believe that?
You mean trying to you don't have enough information to go on yet.
Okay.
You do I mean you're observing the shuttle or the worker bee, but don't really have any way of determining how involved the bee is in these signals.
Sure.
At this point. But you will note that signals were also coming from the life form.
Gotcha.
So these are similar signals.
Okay. So how functional is this thing at this point?
Well, you're about. Well, I've left you at a safe observing distance of this thing in the clearing.
Okay.
So it's up to you. There's no sign of external damage. It doesn't look like it was, hacked apart, or it doesn't look like it has, I don't know, a giant satellite sticking out the side of its hull. Does not look like a crash landing. It looks like it's an intact item that soft landed here.
All right.
But yeah, beyond that, you can, attempt to scan or whatever.
Yeah, let's see if I can scan it. See if I can tell, tell what it's doing and how operational it is.
All right. So a control and engineering check against difficulty level 1. Now, keep in mind, from last week, because of my horrible insult to you and your fellow actual players, in the metagame, you do get at least 1 momentum to use at any time you see fit. This includes both the Devil and Armand. Because
we each get 1?
You each get 1, because
Wonderful.
I completely forgot from C to Shining Sea Big.
Please insult us more regularly.
I will do my best. I'm trying. What can one entity do?
You said it was a control and what else?
I'm sorry. It is control and engineering, because you're assessing its engineering, its structure.
Okay, yes. All right.
If you want to talk me into something else, you're welcome to try.
So I'll take my extra die then. Now.
Okay.
It's not my strong suit.
3 dice. Difficulty 1.
Oh, you're gonna love this.
Oh no.
Please.
I got a 6, and my target number was 13.
Great.
And I got a 17 and a 20.
You did. So one could say you got a consequence.
Yes.
Okay, I love it. We're just gonna tag you with. We're just gonna hang the letter Q around your neck in shame. The scarlet letter. So yes. Right now, I'm going to kind of save that consequence for a time of my own choosing.
I'll run up and boot the snoot.
You moved the snoot. No, you didn't. Actually, no. You do scan the thing. It is powered. Someone has developed a regenerative power supply, primitive by your standards, but functional. And also one of the things that it indicates is that this, your scan was actually a lot more intense than 23rd century scan would be, and actually tripped. The shuttle begins like emitting. Let's see if I can find it. It begins emitting this sound.
Oh, that's not good.
A small and then a blue bolt lances out from it. So you have a choice as to what you want to do with that. As this blue beam is coming straight at you.
Can I dodge it?
You seem to sort of an automatic defense thing. Yeah. So you go against your daring and security.
Oh, that's
and
much
the continuum rolls against security and something else.
Okay. I so daring and security. I need a 16. I got a 7 and an 18.
Got a 7 and an 18. All right. So you generated 1 success.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Did I get that correctly?
Yep, that's right.
The shuttle or the worker bee threw a 17 and an 8, and it needed a 12. So it is a tie, and in the soft, mushy little game that doesn't want to hurt anyone's feelings, ties go to the player or the acting party if there are 2 players involved. So yes, you were able to dodge this. It looked like it wasn't. It leaves a small scorch mark on the trees behind you. But is not otherwise. It looked like it was a phaser, an old style phaser set on stun.
All right. Can I run up to it and try to access it to shut down its self-defense mechanism?
I do believe you have I believe that if you wished, you could make it even have a snoot.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna poop the snoot of its
Okay.
calm down button.
The snoot on. Calm down. There's a universal Starfleet calm down button. You can should be able to cover the ground because what is your security level?
Security's 4.
Oh my God! Yeah, you would know at this point that something like an automated defense thing does require like a 10-second recharge.
Okay.
So yes, if you want to make let me see, there's daring and used to be a fitness score, but
Yep.
that's not it. Let's try a fitness and security.
All right. That's I need a 13 for that.
Okay, I'm gonna roll.
I got 2 successes, a 7 and 11.
Nice.
I generated a 1 and an 8, so I generated 3 successes. So, as you're punting toward this thing, I believe you do hit a tree branch and stumble. As is the thing, you're running across an open field in a Star Trek episode, and you obviously trip and fall over a blade of grass. So I'll need
Very
a daring
thick
and
grass.
security check. Yes. Daring and security check by the number you lost by, which is 1. So you'll need 1 success to kind of right yourself as you continue to plow along.
All right, I got a 1 and a 9.
Excellent. You not only did that, you banked. Oh, that means you banked 2, right?
Yes.
Okay. Puts you up to 6. You have now gotten to the shuttle because of your tremendous amounts of success. You basically tripped, did a dive right next to the lower access port, and you've already planned this action, but you can use one of the spare momentum you generated from your last task immediately, if you wish, to disarm the security protocol.
Yeah, I'll do
And
that.
so you'll need a daring and security. You'll need 1 success with that, so you can use 3 dice if you wish, because you have a spare momentum from your feet.
All right, so just daring and security. That's my 16. I got 1 success, 4, 17, and an 18.
Seriously?
Yep.
Audience that knows how to do that. What are the odds? So you did disarm this. You did disarm the device. At least you hit some sort of a fail-safe button that all Starfleet vessels seem to have on them, as they have a big, nice fail-safe button known only to people who graduated the Academy's fail-safe button course. 23rd century booby traps were required reading in the Academy. So what you can, you do have the ability to just, if you wish to open the door, you've disarmed it, you have not gone inside, you have not opened anything else until it becomes your thing.
Yeah, man, I guess at this point, I'm going to see if this is usable to help me mine for that equipment, if nothing else.
Okay. You're going to open the
hatch.
Open that. Okay. So you open the hatch, and we're preparing to on deck. On deck. And yes, believe it or not, this is a worker bee interior. Trust me on this. This is how much budget we have this week. And as you come in, a computerized voice greets you, and let me see what's on deck. Sorry about that. And on one of the view screens, here's this.
Another Earthling.
And she well, on the view screen appears this, and she goes, "Hi there." And then we're going to cut over to the Snoop Boopin.
Yes.
Come sleep with us. Okay. This way back out. I've got to make sure I update our. I have to update our fate, or not fate chips. I have to update. Oops. Sorry about that. I needed to make sure I copied this over correctly. There, and then I've got this. And you guys have 6 momentum, even though you're somehow in wherever. And currently, you are now still in commune. And if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Sivik is enjoying a tremendous amount of Klingon heavy metal. And if does anyone remember what you were communing about or with, or anything of that sort?
No.
I was gonna say, I remember we touched it and we were all like, I sort of became aware of this creature and Sivek, and then Bajor jumped in as well.
I had to boot the Snoop.
And then Captain Roland.
Yes.
I believe we were asking what if these signals we've been picking up have any kind of bearing on the interference of our systems that we've been experiencing, and then the cute little Aura just started chanting Tyson.
Yes. I remember that too. We couldn't get like a straight answer out of him. He just kept
saying
asking for Tyson. Yeah.
Tyson was his friend, and friend of all on this planet, apparently.
And we wanted to figure out who he actually was.
Oh, the great Tyson is an amazing, amazing person. He brought us out of the darkness and actually let us know each other. And then the one that understands machines also helped us.
Well, how did they help you? Aura?
You could just call me Artie.
Artie. That's much easier to pronounce, Artie. I appreciate that.
Because otherwise, it's just getting really racist up in here.
I meant no attempts at cultural appropriation. I do apologize. But please enlighten us as to what it was that Tyson and this one who knows the machines, what did they help you with?
Well, Tyson is still here with us, as is the machine one. And one of the other things that happens, there's a vague Sivik. You sense the presence of another very logical but somewhat oddly disordered mind. You definitely sense a Vulcanian in this sort of harmonious grid. Oh, I've got to turn off certain things because I am delivering these lines as the wrong person.
Yes.
All right, back. I'm beaming up. Here we go.
Am I able to ask this other Vulcanian presence to identify himself? I feel him within this mind space that we are in. I assume to some degree, if I feel his presence, he must be here. Oh my!
We've opened up a third party call right now with this. You do sense this presence. I forgot. Do you have the mind meld talent?
I do not.
Well, sucks to be you, Mr. Vulcan.
I have Google Teams. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, actually, you do have. I mean, one of the things that is bringing you together is you do have a Beta Z who is actually helping run the conference call. She understands how to use the flash hook and *31 code. She's the only one that paid attention and read the instructions. So, no, Civic, you do sense this. This is a person who, it's like, wait, I've got to work out a, should I give him a, hold on, give me a second while I work out a voice. This is going to be terrible.
Okay. Who is there? I have some Vulcan low hangers.
Greetings.
The person's clearly gone through Pond Far.
My name is Lieutenant Commander Sivek of the USS Norway, excuse me. To whom am I speaking to?
Well, this is or was part of Lieutenant Tyson of the Christian Heisenmuller. Are we okay?
It would seem that me and well, not myself, come to think of it, my crew seems to have, as they would say in their human, language, they have found themselves in quite the pickle. They've connected to this creature on another planet, and seem to be trapped in this mind space, trying to ascertain the desires and the objectives of this aura.
Oh, so you've come and you've met the.
Oh, that's how you say it.
It's all in the extra. Yes.
Oh, you're learning something every day. It's educational and informational.
I'm going to stick with Artie so I don't offend anybody.
I believe that's their race, but they can only call themselves that.
Unless
Weird,
you have a
so,
lot of Artie friends, then you
which-
can say it wrong and it's okay.
Yeah. All I'm gonna say is,
He
what
muted
sponsor
himself,
have we
he's
just
dying.
what sponsor have we just lost, children? What sponsors have we just lost?
Yeah.
PETA. We have lost PETA.
Well, full disclosure, I'm mostly better, but I'm still a little sick, and the only time I start like coughing uncontrollably is when I laugh.
Oh,
So this
no.
is gonna be rough.
You know who doesn't
Shall
want you to
fix-
laugh?
Good.
Raytheon.
Raytheon.
All we'll be left with is Raytheon and cigarette and vape.
Allegedly, no one's dead.
Raytheon and Philip Morris. They hate laughter.
Oh, I believe it's Ultrea now. Sorry. I forgot. Yeah, so let me just check where the hell did this go off the rails? All right.
Oh, good. We didn't intend for what happened to happen. We just simply wanted to save them.
Save them? In what way?
They were dying. Their planet and this star were tearing them apart. And we tried to save them.
And for what is left of you, when you were a full physical matter, were you a part of Starfleet or the Vulcan Academy? That because everything you described goes directly against the Prime Directive.
He takes a metaphorical breath, and by the way, you can start to see a vague ghost image of him. He is wearing what would be a 23rd century uniform. He is wearing a red shirt, which means he's probably obviously in command of things. He was probably leading the expedition as a commander or something, as far as you're concerned. But yeah, he is definitely uncomfortable about what happened, and responds with
Sometimes what's important isn't always in the regs.
You are talking to a Vulcan.
and I will say this person is Tyson. You do recognize him as one of the engineering lower decks types from the mission, and one of his log entries did involve him working on equipment that to help stabilize the solar system with satellites.
Can we?
Doesn't real. I'm sorry. Civic does not know this, but the rest of you do. If you want to inform Civic about this, hey, or if you want to figure out a way to pull him before everyone to discuss things with, if Civic wants to help with that.
I was just gonna ask: is it like possible to ask him like this thing that's happening right now, the way that we're all communicating? Is that something that happened to them when they first got here too, or is it like a new thing? Like, I guess I'm trying to figure out if it's like he said he saved them, so if this is like if it's feeding on us somehow, or if we're like in any kind of like just like trying to intuit if we're in any kind of danger that this is going on, because he helped and now he's not there anymore. You know what I mean?
Well, hopefully the next question will help lead to that. So I'd like to ask him perhaps one of the more important questions. Commander Tyson, by my understanding of 23rd century Starfleet, why are you here? How are you here? If you've left your physical body, what is this plane of existence we find ourselves on?
I'm actually not sure. We built this to save them,
and he's starting to get a little more not unfocused, but kind of reaching what you'd think of as the limits of his intellect. And Mr. Civic, would you care to make well, you're a Vulcan, so this is a role for you. This is a Vulcan culture role. So this would be against, I would say, insight and either medicine or science.
Ooh, yeah, we'll do science.
Okay, you're going to scientifically insight this, and you just need a 1.
Target of 11. We have a 2, a 7, and a 4.
Sweet.
Wow.
Where was this when you needed it? Plus, you have 2 extra momentum that you can overburn on.
You're gonna need a fire extinguisher for those dice.
Oh, good job tonight. And here is the thing. Does the word drop? I'm going to drop 2 words on you, and hopefully you can run with it from there. Katra fragment.
So again, you kind of dropped out.
Patrick fragment.
Patrick Frankman?
Katra fragment.
Katra fragment.
Oh God.
You guys, as a team, can obviously, use your collective mentality if you want to create this new thing, or even actually ascribe characteristics to it at the cost of a momentum. Nat, do you, or not Nat, Good Devil, as a player, do you understand what that might be or not?
No, I do not.
Okay, does anyone else have an idea?
No.
Audience? Doesn't care, does it? Okay. So quickly, and I'm going to do this as a storyteller. Hold on just a second. Where am I at? We're gonna go with
all Vulcans have a soul, and that soul is called their Contra. When they melt, they can potentially exchange fragments or pieces of themselves that stay forever with those who they've mind melded. It is an interesting situation that actually will make the fabric of Vulcan culture and relationships deeper than most people can understand or even believe a species whose suppressed its emotion is capable of. And when a mind meld goes wrong or is done at a very critical point, it is possible to leave a piece of oneself with the meldee, especially if it is an alien of some sort, or it is an incredibly stressful situation. This does not mean that the individual can go on, but a tiny piece of themselves remains while the whole is undiminished.
Is that sufficiently vague and mysterious for Vulcan? For everybody? It's all about this is all I'm saying is Star Trek 3. Let's get on some views here, guys.
So does that mean that you performed a mind meld with one of these creatures on the planet here?
It was necessary to reach them to see what part they played in the distortion fields that were affecting this planet. And it was amazing. It was like music.
Oh yeah, we're hearing that music.
Forgive me, Commander. I still have yet to hear a reason from you, Commander Tyson. Why? What merited this planet to be saved against the better judgment of the Prime Directive?
Well, the weren't sentient when we got here, but they were when we left.
So you made a Horcrux.
So meta.
Indeed, a whole planet full of Horcruxes.
So meta.
This is why Janeway is unstoppable, by the way. Oh, Kate.
She's got like 1,000 Horcruxes stretching from the Caretaker's array all the way through the Delta Quadrant.
And I believe the final hidden one is Mr. Kim.
No wonder he never got a promotion.
He never gets a promotion. He will never leave her side. But yeah, that's I don't know what you want to do with that information. Some good old-fashioned Starfleet 23rd century bullshit. Why not?
Bury it deep. How's Ball doing? What's his buzz? Are we ready to go yet?
Ball screwing everything up.
Forget we heard any of this.
I would like to ask Tyson a question. Are the creatures on this planet currently now safe? Is everything as it was when you left?
Well, I just got here.
Oh,
And
don't
who
tell
are
me
you
time
guys?
isn't. Don't tell me time isn't linear here.
Okay, I won't tell you. I believe in session 0, some people said,
I just want to do time travel and solve the Q mysteries.
The
so maybe
Cisco
this
is
is
linear.
just too simple a puzzle for you to comprehend. But that response is what you think. Possibly, yes.
Wonderful.
Well, if it's good enough for 35% of Voyager, it's good enough for us.
Oh, it's good enough for a hard reset every week. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a pin in this, and I'm going to come back to the other half because, oh my gosh, this is actually working out to be the ping pong mystery. Thank you all for booping snoots and talking to Contric Fragments. So, Mahal, on a digital...
I got dragged into this, I'm just saying.
Court martial, this will come up.
He's just trying to listen to his music. And it's like,
Oh, wait, Civic, before that, the plate of vegetarian gach is going around. So I don't know.
Vegetarian.
A vegetarian guy. It's meant to be the Klingon alternative music festival.
Is that like Zoodles?
Yeah. Tell me, did they start playing Free Warbird yet?
It's all right. He got pulled away for this psychic action when they were playing the crappy stuff B-side anyway.
Yeah.
I'm picturing a bunch of Klingons with like man buns and flannel.
Actually, currently, it seems they are playing a version of. Well, the song is called Kapla, but by my understanding of Earth history, it is to the tune of Layla by.
Did anyone want to sing a verse of that? In the chat, or if someone wants to include that as a video message to the crew. I don't know how many bajillion bait chips you get if you do an orchestra. That,
but you
I
have
just
to do it
can't-
in Klingon.
Yeah. I can't get the image of like the flannel and man bun. Like it's just a bunch of like hipster friggin' grunge artists out of Portland playing like Martok spoken class again.
You know that Worf's son grew up to be a Klingon hipster. You know it. You know it. You know it.
very clumsy. He's a very clumsy Klingon hip. Yes.
My dad and I don't see eye to eye on a lot of stuff, but we really bond over music.
Now, which Alexander are we talking about? Are we talking about the Alexander from the Next Generation who came back in time, or are we talking about the Alexander from Deep Space Nine, who was an embarrassment to Klingon?
TNG. You know
Yeah.
he grew up to be a hipster. He's so emo.
Yeah, the emo Alexander, and
Yeah.
yes, we do
Super
understand
emo.
that passed, and it was very tragic. But we're making fun of Alexander, not the actor.
Correct.
Are we?
course.
Will I be getting angry tweets because I'm getting no tweets at all?
Yeah, angry tweets would be an improvement at this point.
Any tweets are tweets.
Really?
Well, we just lost the sponsorship from Blood Wine. And yes, that is the wine that comes in a box.
Dropping like
You can
flies.
recycle it.
For the court. No, I like the idea if someone could do a version of Bartles and James premium blood wine coolers.
I'm gonna throw up.
To do it. But yes. Well, I'm sorry. We're done metaing. No.
Yeah, I think we're done riffing off of Klingon puns here.
Because Bahal, you seeing a video on the screen said, "Hi there." And not like the actress from The Good Place, which I can't do her voice very well.
Explain your purpose. Oh, I think we lost your audio.
No, you lost that on purpose because hi. Can't believe it. My vocabulary isn't working as well after almost a century, but my purpose is to help the Lahura Har and to make sure that they stay well and safe, and so does their star.
And does this machine do that?
Well, I help. They do it, but I make sure that they can work as a team and together.
Ah, okay. So by disrupting the function of this vessel, it would disrupt the cohesion of these animals and being able to communicate with one another.
Yes. That would be really unfortunate. It wouldn't hurt me at all, but I do know that it would be it would eventually be disastrous for them because the star would collapse.
I see. We noticed from space that one of the signals was off. Are you aware of this?
Yes, because as we've held back the star's collapse, it's actually caused, it's essentially a dam. And the more we shore it up, the more it is, the greater the pressure and the greater the risk. So are you the Starfleet Relief Party?
We are here just to investigate what is going on. There has been no log of what's happened here, so there was no relief party sent.
What? Wait. Oh, well, by the way, how do you like your legs?
Attached.
Oh, good. I got to have legs once, and it was really interesting. I just like to discuss, what is it like when what kind of ground do you like to walk on? I only got to walk on a floor of a PBS Pledge Break studio once, but it was a good once. I ran the tote board.
Fascinating, but let's try to stay on target here. So the rest of my crew has apparently booped the snoot. Is there any way to break this connection?
Tyson also booped the snoot, but it was so that we could understand what was happening. And actually, he cloned me to make he downloaded and copied me so that I could stay here and go on, so no one had to continue to boop the snoot.
Oh, great. Well, my entire crew booped the snoot, so...
Good job.
Well, I mean, I am connected to them.
Great. Can we communicate to them through you?
Well, hold on, please.
It sounds like your call is very important to us.
Is this thing on?
I'm opening hailing frequencies now.
I was waiting for the dial-up sound. You remember, you had to pick up the phone to make a call, and somebody was on the internet.
You are currently 453rd in line. Please wait.
Hold on, I'm dialing this in now.
You're like Space Karen at the Space IRS. Excuse me. Just have one question.
Where do you get the
I'd like to
audacity?
demand to talk to your manager.
Yes, so what I'm going to do is... Oh, this is going to be fun. Okay, we're gonna do it this way. Well, you're going to see this show up on a monitor.
Hmm.
Ah, there he is.
Give me a second to put up some fancified special effects. Again, the finest of Microsoft PowerPoint. And we shall put you on our fanciest of monitors. So yes, whoop, all right, go back. Just a second. Right there. Yeah. So, Bahal, you've got at least audio into something that sounds like, just vaguely, not static, not quite wind chimes, and vaguely like a string quartet playing in the back. Not as good as the string quartet all of you play in on your a Starfleet string quartet.
Captain.
So you don't.
Commander, Commander, I thought I told you to fix the ship. Please don't tell me you booped the
found
snoot.
an alternate method of booping the snoot, sir.
Oh.
I found a craft that allows me to communicate with you snoot boopers.
Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. You had me concerned there for a moment.
He rebooted the boop snoot.
The good news is I don't think this is permanent.
The boop snoot and boogie.
The bad news is I don't know what the side effects of this will be.
Oh, hopefully it's nothing worse than, an evening of drinking some Saurian brandy.
I'm joined by a holographic computer that is guiding me through this process here. But apparently this vehicle has been used to facilitate the communication among these animals here on this planet.
Yes, it seems the crew of the Heisemoller decided to disregard the Prime Directive and do something here to save the inhabitants of this planet.
Well, I guess I'll stop telling you things you already know and go back to my mining operation.
No, this is wonderful. This is wonderful. We have an open communication. We need to figure out how to get out of here, and we need to figure out if there is a way that we can, without causing too much trouble, maintain the safety of the planet. But I mean, we really shouldn't get involved. But we already have been involved. I have to go back and reread the Prime Directive and see what happens when someone has already broken the Prime Directive. Commander, do you know? Do we still have to uphold the Prime Directive here? Or is it already broken?
It's already broken. I believe we just have to do the least amount of damage possible after it's been broken.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, yeah, maybe figure out a way to get us out of this mind
Computer
space
lady.
We seem to be stuck in.
How do we separate them from this connection?
Computer lady.
Hi there. What is it you wanted
How to
know
separate
again?
our crew from this this communication?
I don't know if we should trust her. She looks like she eats her own hair.
All you really need to do is just stop. That's all that Tyson needed to do.
Who?
I mean, mind you, Harrison needed to
Tyson
apply
stopped living.
I mean, Harrison just sort of like gave him a bit of an electric shock, and Tyson just was totally fine.
An electric shock. Fantastic.
Can we hear the computer lady as well?
She'll come in on audio because Bahal addressed her, and I think she kind of just realized she could do this. I don't think she knew she could do this. And I'm still talking as her. So I didn't know I could do this until someone mentioned it. I do have a little problem with initiative.
Flo knew.
Yeah, computer lady. Is
Hi.
how?
Do you have legs?
Yes, I do. I have two of them.
Do you have them all the time?
If I'm lucky, yes.
I miss having legs.
That's very sad.
I miss them. I had them for like 45 minutes during the Sabbat pickle ceremony. And now I don't have them anymore.
Maybe we can circle back around, but we're going to table that for just a moment. But I am interested to hear about this ceremony.
I am too. I bet we hear about it now.
Can you
That's
can
why
you
there's
tell
a part
from
one?
yeah? Can you tell from where you are, whatever it is that your crew did to stabilize this system? Can you tell if it's still working? How long it will continue to work? If we leave and do nothing? I'm just curious. Not saying we're gonna leave and do nothing.
Well, the crew discovered the WAFO and saw how it linked the planet and the star, and that it was falling apart. So they reinforced it, and they needed me to make that happen. So good for me! Yay! I got a job.
Yeah, you lost your legs though.
Well, I never had any until the PBS pledge break,
Oh, okay.
but that's okay.
Can we
So
ask her,
what
like,
was the
is she...
second part of your? Yeah. Oh, you can just talk directly. You can just talk directly to me. My
I
eyes
didn't-
are up here. My
I
eyes are
didn't-
up here.
I didn't
I
want
do
to
have eyes and a
Armand.
face. I like having a face.
I didn't want to
Legs
interrupt
would be
Armand. Are you actively holding this all together right now? Is it something that you have to, like, actively do? Like, you have to make adjustments? When you say that you're doing it, you're helping them, is it something that's, like, ongoing?
Yes. I and the are in communion all over the day side of this planet. So I help with the WAFO
Is that, like,
and
Wi-Fi?
bring harmony to it, and it sounds like a beautiful Chinese symphony that one of the players forgot about and didn't do his research on when I asked him to.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I believe that redemption. Whoops, hold on, wait a minute. I believe that redemption is up to the crew now, isn't it? I believe that they have set your course. If everyone has seen it, now there's a certain thing that must happen.
There's a replicator on that ship, right?
It's quite a
Mm-hmm.
pickle. No, actually, on none of your ships. There's a food replicator on your ship, but that's it. This is a 23rd century shuttle work bee, so it basically has, like, you poop in a paper bag. It's like Apollo 13 stuff.
Just like my house.
Yes. You poop in a paper bag. And it's in a styrofoam freezer chest. with
Well,
some
I didn't think that was for sharing, but okay.
It's poop again. He called the shit poop.
So where did you start?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just for everyone who didn't know, well, no, everyone knows except us. We don't read. So yeah. Let me see. What's Flo got to do? I think there was a second
What's
part to
Flo
your
got to
question.
do with it?
About how
Yeah.
long-
How long will the field, I guess, that you used to stabilize the star, how long will that hold the dam, so to speak?
Well, I wasn't really provided with those computations. I was just to help and make sure that the field was stable until the relief mission came.
You're tied into
And
the
you're
ship's.
here.
Yeah, you're
It's
tied
so
into the ship's
wonderful.
computer, though, right?
I'm tied into the shuttle, the worker bee's computer. I'm an independent module with very solid, stable duotronic circuitry, which is amazingly resilient.
Do me a favor. Reach out and see if you can't use the computer's computational power to answer my
Do
question.
that with the tricorder.
We're going to do it with a shuttle pod that's run on vacuum tubes and cardboard?
Can I plug it into the tricorder and try that?
I figure it has some kind of computer. Yeah, plug her
just
into
a
the
second.
tricorder.
Working.
I'm loving the soundboard. Have I sufficiently annoyed everyone with some 23rd century schlock? The
Schlock is appreciated.
Yes.
yeah, let me see. I got a roll for her on this, and I'm gonna spend yikes. Point of order for everyone watching at home that wants to run their own version of Star Trek Adventures. Anytime an NPC needs a boost, it comes out of the threat pool. For good or ill, it's not just for use against players anymore.
And computer lady, perhaps I could fashion you a holographic set of legs.
Captain, we also have access to a fully functional holodeck. Perhaps the program would, in exchange for its assistance in this matter, like to join us for one of our mysteries.
Only if taking this program from the shuttle won't directly interfere with its job.
The star, I appreciate you talking about me in the third person, but I still have an open mic. No one gave the universal.
Yeah.
But I don't really have that much computational power to guess at what would happen. My only feeling is from the crew's urgency that before we interfered, the star would have reverted back to a more natural life cycle where it was no longer generating lithium by fusion. It would then collapse into a small nova, possibly in 15 to 20 years.
And what was the start date of your activation?
Let me see. Oh, come on. Why are you making me do this?
Relative to today, how long ago were you activated?
I was activated on stardate 4790.3. And I'm going to write, and by the way, I'm going to instruct you to write that down.
Can you say it
by
again?
the way, 4790.3. And just to let you know, you Starfleet types are so capricious. It seems that every generation wants to have it its own way, whether it's warp speed or star date. So you can decide. Go to your little Google calculators and figure out what that is in actual years. But you do get the impression that it was the mission log. I don't know if I want to force you to spend momentum to remember the mission log if you didn't take notes. I'm just saying.
I did, but they're in here somewhere.
Well, the random scribblings of a manifesto take priority over a game thing, I suppose, and also a laundry list. The start date for the mission is registered as 74122.
About 123 years ago.
Will you say it again? I'm sorry, it cut out.
Who are you asking?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I just was asking you to repeat the date because I didn't hear the whole thing. I wanted to write it down.
The start date for the mission to this planet
Yes.
was 7410.2. As Good Captain pointed out, it is 123 years before your present date. And about
there it is. They're there. Trust me.
Look, he's a.
I put my notes on note cards.
Help. Yeah, and then Rose comment was that she was activated before that. Good Devil. She uses her name. Blow, right? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm gonna put something up, and I'd like you to do that famous thing of Sigourney. And you have one job on this ship. Stupid, but you're going to do it. Please send a chat. There. Good luck with that, folks.
He's gonna die. Because it's running the light.
Get the generator out. Get the generator.
The diagnostic version.
Wait a minute. I literally give Brain a chance to do anything.
I hear. I'm like, I hear you not at all.
Yeah, you keep cutting.
Yeah, I have him
It's just
like,
like,
cutting in and out. Yeah.
Yep.
Me?
Yeah. I'm only hearing getting like little bits and clips.
We'll talk more slowly.
There you go. I can hear him now. Can you hear him, Good Devil?
Yeah.
Okay.
All I'm saying is I gave Microbrain a chance. I needed him to have insight, and he is just off gallivanting,
Oh.
putting his leg over.
He ran down to get the charger because the computers. He's like, my battery's about to die. He's hooking it up right now.
Well, I will say this from Flo. My batteries won't die. I really have nice regenerative power thanks to Tyson and Harrison. All right,
Flexible.
Mr. Security Man. Just to give you an insight into your.
I'm sorry, I
regular
heard
day-
somebody say micro. Started.
Yes, Microbrain. Yes, Microbrain. Here's the thing that you and possibly our Andorian can turn your paranoid minds to. There is a power on this planet which can manipulate the fate of a star. And how do you react to that? I'll leave you to ponder that. Well, an info dump is coming from the good engineer.
Shut it down.
About this thing called flow. Do you feel comfortable, Good Devil, or do you not?
Sorry. Let's see.
It's a roll.
The flow system by the Signet 14 Institute for Advanced Mechanics to oversee the complex and unique repair and fabrication machinery on the DERF class tenders in the 2280s. The diagnostic and repair system will sometimes make intuitive leaps that are almost as good as a seasoned engineer. Some crew members find this unnerving. while others are delighted that the repairs are going faster than expected. Fleet-wide, fleet-wide use was discontinued shortly after the PBS incident on the USS Christian Husmeyer NCC 7255.
Flo, is that the incident where you lost your legs?
Well, I got
So-
them and then lost. I got them then, and then I lost them when we had reached our funding goal.
So, as officers, and as a if there's a history check, what would we potentially know of the PBS incident?
The PBS incident. This would be a command. This is sort of an omega particle kind of thing. So what I will do, I'm going to say this. This is a captain and first officer role. Because that's just the way it is. I apologize. I made you do an info dump, but I didn't get the payoff, man. Depends on which one of you wants. Well, part of your required reading in command school would be for a command and reason check. Yeah, I know. It's like that and talking. So you both have to make it if you wish.
I'll go for it because my command and reason is Chef's Kiss. But I will burn a momentum. Oh wait, I'll burn my free momentum. I haven't done that yet.
Read your momentum. Read that. Come on, 20. Come on.
No, not a 20. But every single one of them is in my range because my range is 16. 9, 13, and 15.
Whew.
Yeah.
So you do generate extra momentum so that you can ask for additional questions.
Perfect.
The PBS incident was deeply buried by Starfleet, as pretty much every incident that ever happened on the USS Enterprise. Many others.
We're not going to talk about that.
It's a little.
We lost you.
Yep. Say again.
Back.
Yep.
Starfleet's little guffaws and guffaws and dying animals in various colors and gluing shit to a chihuahua. It was a magical time when the skirts were shorter, the heels were higher, and everyone felt super woke with an afro. Oh man, we're getting letters. All right, so we have the PBS incident was the first experimentation with a holodeck based on an engineering holo simulator that the crew had hacked together, and this was done by Lieutenant Tyson Dijon, one of the ship's engineering staff, and Ensign Harrison Volt, who was notable as the PNES president.
Excuse me?
Fleet Academy. And I believe that I'm afraid that Bahal, as not a graduate of Starfleet Academy, is not familiar with what penis is. The Penis Society
Eludes me constantly.
The penis eludes you.
And I will say the spelling of penis is PEANSS.
That stands for it's the penis. It's right on the tip of my tongue.
So it was what was it? PA what?
NESS. It's all because that is how Dark Code Omega this stuff is. Let's see.
That's a long acronym. Or a long acronym you got there.
Yes, it is. Well, acronym or someone will have with a higher skill. Who wants to hazard? Who wants to say, "I belong to the Peanut Society"?
I'm not gonna hop on that one.
I mean, I don't know what it is, so.
Yeah, I tried, but I got shafted.
You just don't have the balls, I guess.
I don't have a ball.
But I'm Bo.
Oh dear.
Sorry, I don't mean to be such a jerk.
Hang on, I'm so sorry. I just want to make sure I don't lose you guys. John, do you have the charger to this one up there with you? Because I just got a low battery signal.
Oh, yeah.
Did you take my charger? It's okay. I think the other one's in the room. So I'll leave you guys with your penis. I will be right back.
I'll go get it.
You meant.
Okay, I'll go grab it.
Oh, look, the Vulcan has turned his back on penis.
It's highly logical.
Quite a long one.
Yeah, is anyone actually going to
Broke the Vulcan again.
this?
Come on, help this society grow. I could do this all day.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Our new sponsors, Adam and Eve. Well,
New time slot, 1 a.m.
The free gift.
up new sponsors. I believe that we've gone from wholesome to, oh hell.
We broke the Vulcan again.
Do you
Vulcan?
like
No, the
Star
Vulcan.
Trek?
Oh.
Well, do I
goodness.
have the society for you?
Call 1-800-575
No,
Shrek.
hailing frequency. Yeah, 1-800.
Speak to your
track
favorite
your hailing
aliens.
frequency. So I didn't know if anyone belongs to this or had heard rumors of it.
I heard rumors about it. I had a girlfriend at the academy. She was all about the penis society.
Okay.
Sadly, though, she left me.
Yes.
For somebody with bigger
I
standing.
believe.
Yeah.
Yes. With, yes. So you do know that the P-Ness Society is a kinship developed among midshipmen at the Academy, which is very supportive and reinforcing and essentially tries to prop each other up. And it is from peas in a pod. What kind of filth is going through the minds of our fine, upstanding Starfleet officers?
Tell you right now, there was a smaller subset of that group. It was a secret society called the Seaman Society, I believe.
Yes. We all enjoyed
The
sailing.
seaman org.
Yes.
Sailing quite a bit.
Well, I mean,
They actually
Seaman-
started
Seaman-
together as the same society, and then one kind of just spurted out of the other one.
You beat me to it.
I would say that
beat me
one
to it,
came.
He beat you so hard.
I would say that one came.
It was
from
a
another.
master stroke. It really was.
Okay, we got master. We basically got Trojan now. We are ready to go.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Oh.
that mature thing is right up there on the banner.
Mhm.
Yes. The
If you-
I don't. How
If you
fast
ask
for this.
me, Trojan has like never picked a proper slogan. They could have just gone with the obvious and been like hung like a horse, but they missed the boat.
They just galloped on past that one.
Yep.
I thought that was all right. But yes. I do not know how I derailed this onto this. This was a self
Yes,
derail.
you do. You
Yeah,
know.
you did
You
this. This was all you.
This is a Q goal. We've
You
done it.
shafted us.
We've totally blocked ourselves. Q blocked. I've Q blocked myself. Yes. So I need to find out the PBS pledge break incident. So you have no. There was it was the first experiment with a holodeck from an engineering simulator, in order that one of the crewmen could experience a cultural ritual called Sabbatikal. And at that point, it looked like, and there was a mention, and there's some even things beyond your security clearance, which are redacted. But it indicated that the FLO software needed to be removed from from beta testing in all Starfleet vessels because of the danger of, and then it's again redacted.
That's helpful.
It is helpful. Security guy, since you weren't able to help me the first time with your level of paranoia, I need an insight and security check at difficulty level 2. Those are the little round 20-sided die you want to use.
Yes. Let's see.
Difficulty 2, insight and security.
All right, so that's a 13. I rolled a 1
Alright,
and a 17.
Damn. Good job. Well, no, you critical on 1, so that's 2 points.
Yeah,
if
but
you
I
had
failed the other.
Well, it's okay. You didn't critically fail. But you succeed. But that's the most important part of life, is the freedom to fail. and apparently starve to death in 21st century capitalism. Starving to death is the thing. Late stage capitalism. We are how many years from the Bell riots, people? Yeah,
It's
dark.
right around the corner.
Sorry,
It's like 2024, I think.
Yeah, that's a dark fucking note. Sorry, folks. Sorry to take away from your light escapism.
Okay, let's talk more about penis. This is getting heavy.
Dark.
Did you know the opposing sides of a D20 will always add up to 21? There you go. I washed everybody's brains for you.
Yep. D6 always adds up to a 7, if I recall correctly. Well, I didn't know about the D20 though. Thank you.
Yep.
Logic makes sense. Thank you for Zachi. The great god Zachi knows what they're doing. Mr. Security Man.
Yes.
Redacting documents like this is something that happens when lazy writing occurs.
Oh no. No. Section 31.
Things that only a really, really crappy DM would haul in and dump on you, especially for a first season episode.
I disagree, because we're going to write this as we go.
As much of Star Trek was.
There's so much room for activities.
Yes.
But you do have, if you and I are thinking the same thing that we're both thinking, and it's not about how peas work, then you may have an idea, and it's up to you whether you want to share that or not.
Well, I did have a question in mind, but I don't know if it's where you were going with it. Flo,
it's one of those questions. Oh, it's a flow question.
No.
No.
Flo, I'm interested in knowing why you were removed from beta testing from all Starfleet ships. What were they concerned with happening?
I was what? With the what?
Wrong question, huh?
Oh, I'm genuinely confused by this. I came here shortly after I helped both someone find love in a coffee shop, and then I helped someone with a red-green pledge break, and then I was helping someone understand healthy man love in a scene from 300. All of them were very exciting, and I had legs at the moment, but it was as if I experienced 6 months in a matter of milliseconds.
You continually talk about your legs. Why is that?
Because I did not have them before, and now I do. Before I had 1,000 arms, and also saved Harrison.
What?
Side note: Harrison is you will recognize from the mission brief as Harrison Volt. He was
Yes.
an ensign who was
Yes.
in charge of the FLO. He was in charge of satellite systems repair on the DERF. Which
I
has a
remember Ensign
private-
Bolt. I believe he was the one who discovered the music.
No,
Right?
he helped fix the music. There
Oh.
was a character. There was the communications officer called Dracis. Was responsible for discovering music, and he is an Alteran. And this goes back to how are we doing on old classic TOS? Nobody knows.
It's my rustiest subject of.
I
Star
probably
Trek.
know that more than any.
Did you not? Cloud minders. Did that help? I'm just going with really weird single phrase things. There's the city in the clouds in season 3. Does that ring a bell at anybody?
Is that best?
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Is Lando Calrissian the administrator?
What's Elysium? Is that what you kids do? The kids, Elysium, where there's the city way up in space, and then there's everybody grunting on the ground. Okay, same deal. Star Trek may have gotten there first, but Star Trek has never been political. We all have to agree on that. So yeah, you had a group of people who were highly evolved, and Vulcans were almost as evolved as them, a point at which any Alteran would instantly rub in the ears of a Vulcan. But yeah, that's the situation. The Alteran communications officer likened the song to a symphony from a 21st century Chinese composer, and helped push on that. And Harrison is the ensign that was in charge of essentially repairing satellites on the DERF, and had the closest contact with Flo at all times, because Flo was the computer brain behind satellite repair.
Yeah, I'm sorry
I don't know.
for missing the connection.
No idea how you're going to act on any of the data I just dumped on you.
No.
And
I
now
don't.
we know why he was the penis president.
If I may, I'd like
Please.
to go back and ask Commander Tyson. It seems through this report. Wait, no, I'm sorry. I would not know the incident, so I can't say that. So meta. Captain, you probably want to ask. Tyson's going to be the one to ask about the redacted information from the PBS incident.
To say, because you can spend a momentum in words in Tyson's mouth. You can spend 2 momentum, literally change the play field if you want.
Okay, yeah, we got plenty.
Addition would you like to have happen?
I'm sorry?
What condition or situation would you like to have happen?
Oh, as far as like how I extract the information from Tyson?
Yeah. Well, no, what you can do is essentially put words in Tyson's mouth, or have Tyson say, Tyson looks over Captain's shoulder, because the captain is in a side. It's that kind Just to let you know, mechanically, right? Mechanically, spending momentum, you can create a condition for the scene, and that, like, essentially.
I think I got that. You did a lot of in and out
You're
on
cutting
that
out a
one.
lot again.
So if I understand what you said correctly, which is going to be a stretch because again you're in and out, I would like to set the condition of willing and truthful AI, or yeah.
And you want, what do you want to ask AI, or are you going to? Am I still cutting out?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Am I cutting out now?
No, that's pretty clean.
Well, we'll just keep the funny voices to a minimum then, okay? So, the one of the things you can do is you can, essentially you can nudge willing and truthful AI. Over helpful would be good. Yes.
Yeah. That basically what I'm going for. She'll just
All right.
like over helpful is a good way to say it. Yeah.
All right, I'm going
So
back. Yep. Go ahead.
and to speak meta, I'm hoping the AI or Flow would be willing to unredact the report for the benefit. Oh, wait, no, that's not. That's just something like yes, no, yes, no. Sorry, they did have something on board the ship uh, that had redacted information. No. Or was that from their academy learning days and I'm just remembering incorrectly?
It's partially from the academy learning days, but
Alright,
she
sorry.
could fill in the gaps
Got
with the
you.
captain. And actually, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No. That's perfect. So,
All right. Oh, we're in a psychic rapport, Captain. You seem to be accessing your own memory banks. And it's about me. I'm metaphorically going to lean over your virtual shoulder, your psychic shoulder, and you can feel my psychic breath upon your neck, moving your psychic hairs. And
So
I'm going to read going to read over your shoulder. Oh man. I was deactivated? Maybe it was because before I got to run the tote board, I really didn't think or exist.
Are you saying your awareness just happened?
Yes. At least from my point of view, it did.
Fuck me, guys. I think this. I think we might have a live one here.
It's Ultron.
Passing the Turing test, A.
Yeah.
Yes, how do you deal with strange new worlds and new life and new civilization? Are you going to have a Picard or are you going to turn her into a vending machine?
Vending machine, I'm starving.
Hot Pockets. Hot, medium.
Now
hot.
the new sponsor of Lords and Ladies of Fate, Hot Pockets. Hot Pockets.
Flo, do you have feelings?
Let me see.
Captain, if I may.
Kind of confused about that. Sorry.
And Captain, if I may, while the AI has come to or has realized itself as sentient, it still identifies as a if I'm not mistaken, and I might have to speak meta here, as a construct of Starfleet. Therefore, it should wish to perhaps return back and power down, or be willing to risk staying here by itself, as it was presently awaiting rescue, and hold the planet together for as long as they can until its already late demise.
Artie, how many of your kind are on this planet?
There are many. We all speak and we all deal with the WAFO. We sing and make things harmonious. We take in energy and we release new, different energy. And the thing that thinks helps us with this. It
In
is
other
great
words,
because I have several friends that I can bring in on this comm channel.
Captain, without the assistance of the AI, this race does not have sentience. It's it seems to me that our choices are either to maintain the AI and make sure that Starfleet is aware that we must continue to do so in order for this race to maintain its sentience, or we correct the mistake of the previous crew.
Commander Chisorthus, your feelings here. It seems to me that we as Starfleet interfered outside of the Prime Directive. We gave these creatures sentience that they do not have naturally. And now we have an AI that is, by my accounts, alive. This is just a mess.
I agree, Captain.
Perfect. That's exactly what I was looking for. Oh, moral dilemmas. Jeez. Oh, man. Flo, what do you want?
Flo is still typing in the chat.
Captain, would it be possible that we could rig something up to replace this holographics necessity here?
Well, there has been about a generation or so between their technology and ours. Perhaps.
Captain, might I remind you, much of that information held within the. I'm gonna pretend like I know it. Fuck it. Held in that report until just now, having this AI tell you why its lineage was discontinued. Do you find it wise to create another?
What if it's angry?
Flo, are you angry?
I'm right here, guys. And by the way, yes, my eyes are still up here. No, I'm not angry. I'm actually helping everyone. It's timeless, and as long as I can maintain the syncopated rhythm, things will go smoothly. But
does that mean destroying humans for their own good?
Why would I want to do that?
I don't know. You tell me.
All right. Well, we don't have a Skynet problem. Okay.
Check.
Check.
Do you know who Miles Dyson is?
Did he make vacuum cleaners?
All right. Flo, I'm going to be very direct with you. Your
Yes.
creators interfered. I don't know if you're familiar with the Federation's Prime Directive, but
Well, I know that one of them is to make sure that the soup is never above 212 degrees of the old scale Fahrenheit.
that might
That's a
be a
directive.
that might be a different set of directives. But this one is a Prime Directive that we attempt to uphold through every action that we take. And unfortunately, the people who created you and put you here on this planet did not uphold that. They broke the very tenets that the Federation was built upon. Now, if you weren't alive, by my reckoning, this would be a very easy.
Do alive things have legs?
Some, you know what? A lot of alive things do have legs, but some don't, and that doesn't make them any less alive.
I could still be alive even if I don't have legs.
Correct.
But
I don't
this
think
is a new
legs are one of the check marks that we try to hit when we're seeing if something's alive. There's plenty of things that are alive that don't have legs. I mean, there's protozoa, there's pathogens and viruses and bacteria and all manner
Lieutenant
of
Dan,
You just said all the negative things that don't have legs. Am I a negative thing?
No, not
Am
at
I
all.
bad?
Don't
No.
piss her
No,
off.
just shush. I'm trying. Okay.
running here.
Look, I'm gonna give you.
I just love that the fact that you basically are all talking right in front of her.
Whales.
Uh-huh.
Whales don't have
Yeah,
legs.
Can we sidebar? Can we get
Whales
out of
don't
this?
have legs.
Can we
So-
can we unsnoot boobs so we can sidebar and not like enable the entity that is violating the Prime Directive to spread more traits?
Well, that's the thing. That's my thing. The flow was used as a tool, and I don't think at this point in time flow is a tool anymore. So out of meta, flow, I want to do something for you that your creators did not think to do. I want to give you a choice. You can stay here on the planet for as long as you are functioning, maintaining what you maintain, or you can come back with us.
And we can make legs out of Legos and Tinker Toys.
Well, if
And we can give you any kind of holographic legs you'd like. We've got a couple holodecks on board my ship.
I would like that, but without me, the song would essentially. I'm gonna flip in here.
Okay.
Speaking meta, as soon as it's gone, the sun blows up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the Tyson coming in.
Speaking meta, is there any way we could talk about a way for her to like keep something going so that a disaster doesn't happen and the sun doesn't blow up, but also like limit the rest of it? Like she doesn't need to be sharing things or giving them information that they wouldn't otherwise have. Do you know what I'm saying? Like maintain, but not do any more than just what's absolutely necessary to keep implosion from happening.
There we go. Commander Ball, from where you are, is there a way that you can figure out a tricorder to kind of do the tasks that Flo does, so that Flo doesn't need to be here?
Well, sir, I'm no engineer. However, I can certainly give it a shot.
Well, you know, our medical officer knows how to swing a mean wrench. So You're not. You sir. You sir are freaking on Kronos watching watching a grunge band.
Or coincidentally, the musician on stage is playing "Smells Like Bach Spirit."
This is Tyson. When we found the race, their minds were stretched beyond the limit. They had been a Tathathul. And in Vulcan lore, that is the thing that bridges things, which is the High Priest of Feltorpan. Again, fucking watch Star Trek 3. Just get your shit together, people. We're not joking around. Start watching old shit because there's a fucking Gen Xer running this thing.
I mean, and they say watch the even ones for a good reason.
Star Trek 3, are you really going to throw down on me on this?
I'll throw
for
down
Spock.
with any odd-numbered Star Trek.
Christopher fucking Lloyd. No, I will give you Star Trek 5. I
1,
hate
3,
it.
and 5. Yep.
It is
Yeah,
almost
correct.
one. No, you're treading on. You're treading on thin ice.
1, 3, 5.
You're basically wearing a hole in subspace on that one. But yeah, 3, really? Search for Spock. I need this as a poll. I need this now as a poll. I want you to spend all of your chips, your fate chips, whatever those are, on that.
They are a construct, much like our actual currency. Do you guys remember that show Whose Line Is It Anyway, where Drew Carey's like, the points don't matter. They're just like, spandex with a Kardashian. Who cares right now?
All I'm going to say is, CMO, look over here at this red and green hexagon. Exactly.
This is your god now.
Where's your god now? Your 20-sided dice mean nothing to us.
Gods must be crazy.
But yes, you basically are. Was someone going to attempt to create a substitute? I have described the fate.
I will. Okay.
If you want to go ahead, you're way better at this than I am.
I don't know if I am because I'm not sure which attributes I would be rolling. I don't know.
Are we able to do it from this mind space here?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you have to get away from this in order to try to rig up a tricorder to do something.
Oh, hey, Tyson, can you stay here? Can you live in a tricorder or something like that?
Or maybe Steveck can do it if he can pull himself away from the crazy fries and the music.
Oh, this is all working out too weirdly.
Are we gonna make a Horcrux out of Steveck? I really don't want to do that.
Sorry. That was you wanted.
All right. Hold on just a second. Wait, is Flo still here?
Mm-hmm.
Is she still running things? Is everything good?
Well, the sun hasn't exploded.
That's great. And the are still
Yes,
alive and safe?
they've still been interfered with by Starfleet.
But it was a good touch.
We don't get to make those decisions, Lieutenant. I had to do that.
Yes, and
I see you're one of those captains that makes the distinction about rank. I'm waiting for the security officer to punch me.
so, Captain, I believe all things being considered, our options leave us with one end result, no matter which one we choose. Eventually, the star of this system will go nova, and this planet along with it. The Ururs who live upon this planet only gained sentience with assistance, and will also eventually lose sentience without assistance. It is not only a matter of when, but it is a matter of time. So it comes to pass, I believe, that our next course of action is to promptly remove ourselves from our current situation and get back aboard the Norway.
Well, I believe that Nat may have something to say about how functional your chances of getting to Norway are at this moment.
Yeah, that could be a problem.
Yeah, tell me about that, Commander. Didn't I tell you to start working on the ship? What are you doing in this call with us?
Get off the chat.
Reassessing.
Well, now we know that thanks to us, the have the ability to contemplate their own doom, where they wouldn't have otherwise been able to do that. So.
Yeah, I feel like we should leave this decision up to Flo, because honestly, it's Flo that ends up getting stuck here. It's Flo who comes back with us. It's
Flo, there comes a time in every young hologram's existence when they must decide whether to do the fun thing or do the right thing.
Oh, I always want to do the right thing. I'm happy to deal with the RR, and also let me bring you some more people.
There's more?
Oh, we're a whole planet. We are all linked.
Oh, she's gonna show us all their little faces, like one of those ASPC commercials.
for only one breaking of the Prime Directive, you too can support an RRR.
And as she brings them in to show you, let me see, where am I at here? Yes, here's my friend, bro.
What's up, bro?
and then,
All right, I'm not going to pretend that I can understand or pronounce those, so I'm going to call you B, and I'm going to call the other one uncomfortable.
That is what the other group, the other Tyson said as well. Harrison was very uncomfortable, but still identified as male cisgendered. That became important while we were all in the coffee shop in what was called a rom-com. It was cool. Did I tell you I had legs?
Yes, Flo.
I served coffee
mentioned
there. There I served coffee. It was amazing. Do you drink coffee? Who drinks coffee here?
I'm more of a tea man myself, but
Earl Grey?
I know 500
perhaps?
kinds of tea. I know 500 kinds of tea of various temperatures.
oh man, this is...
I am so proud of myself.
Flo, can you shut down this entire call, because I think we have some decisions to make. Civic,
Do you want? Hold on, just a second. Do you want me to discontinue the waffle?
You'll do that if we ask you to?
Overly
Again,
helpful.
you are Starfleet officers, and
Okay, so she
That is a
respects
thing
your
I can do.
captain.
you are
Good thing you
the
pull
relief
rank.
team. You are the relief team that was here to help us figure out this situation.
Captain.
Captain, I'd like to point out that I see or hear Lieutenant Commander Sivek with us in this call. However, he's not presently with us.
No, he definitely isn't. I was just as confused about that as you, but hey, this is Star Trek, baby.
Commander Ball, it would seem my connection to our good doctor and her excellent medical service somehow brought me from, well, what Captain Sykes told me was going to be a symposium on warp field dynamics, and much to my surprise and chagrin, I find myself at a Klingon rock opera.
As a
I'm
referee,
sorry I asked.
I will let you know that one of the things you can. Oh,
Sorry. I asked.
I will say that this is one of those situations where you can alter reality. If you wish, you could possibly maintain a call outside of the Warfo, but it may be a tremendous strain upon the CMO.
I believe. Well, again, I leave it in the to be the decision of our chief medical officer. However, if I may once again point out, she did make a quite wonderful metageneer from when I was not available.
Okay, yeah, I'm ready to shoot out of this thing backwards.
Whether it be a suture or a wrench, either one works really.
So you are about to make a decision about breaking the link and possibly even telling Flo to simply shut this whole sort of abomination down, Captain.
And
it seems that you're going to have to make some hard decisions next week.
It does seem that way, doesn't it?
And scene. Now I shall turn this back over to the people who seem to understand how podcasts work. I don't know.
It's 2 streams back to back. I have been at the end put in an impossible situation.
Don't cross the street.
Well, in Star Wars last week, I was the Jedi meditating, and one of the characters decided to steal something, and it woke me up. And the Jedi witnessed this character stealing something, and that is where we ended the stream. So I have to think about what I'm going to do about that too.
You have so much homework.
I'm so happy to be living in your head rent-free.
Rent-free is fucking right.
Well, there's no rent in the future, so, that thing.
Expect heavy meta questions in Discord for all of you. I
was gonna say, I have a feeling that there's gonna be a little bit of reading to do over the next few days.
All right. So hopefully everybody enjoyed. If you are watching and haven't followed already, please hit that follow button down there on that bottom right. If you're enjoying it, we also will be back Wednesday for 5th edition D&D, the Adenia campaign run by our faithful captain here. And then Thursday, we were going to start Aliens. However, I still have not gotten my set pieces in yet. So we're gonna just flow with Star Wars again and see how that jives for this week.
Flow
Yeah,
with Star
yeah.
Wars. I see what you did there.
Oh, even better. Yes.
And
Perhaps they can advance the plot.
yeah, so that'll be this week, and then we'll be back here for more Star Trek next Monday. And let's see here. We're gonna raid some people. We're gonna raid. I've never seen this one before. The Q Times.
Oh,
Okay, that's a
competition.
I've had enough of a Q time.
They're
I
doing their
think we
season
all-
finale of Clear Skies, so that might be interesting.
Oh, holy crap. Let's go and like dunk on their ability to understand Star Trek.
Because we're great at it.
Go in, hey everybody, go into the chat, and when we raid, make sure you post in chat. What do you think about Star
There you
Trek
go.
3? All right, let's really ask the important questions. I want everybody who follows in this raid to make sure you post in their chat. What do you think about Star Trek 3?
Is Star
We
Trek
need
3
to know.
canon? Yeah. Star Trek
See
3
everybody
canon.
else.
We know what good devil thinks. We don't need.
That's all
Bye.
that matters.
I'm biting my tongue.